The Ministry of Home Affairs has said that they have no objection whatsoever to a central agency probing into the fixing scandal. Nikunj Garg breaking the story to us, joining us with the details. Nikunj, what are you picking up from your sources in the Ministry of Home Affairs? Seems they have no objection to the CBI probing and looking into this entire IPL fixing controversy.
Yes, IPL fixing controversy, and they say that the mandate probably can be decided with Ministry of Home Affairs playing as umpire and Central Bureau of Investigation and BCCI being the two players of this entire probe the IPL fixing saga. They say that BCCI has to write to us formally. They have to request that they want a central agency probe in this entire matter, and that the mandate then can be decided after we take into account the Central Bureau of Investigation's view. They also say that as of now, as the ministry which will have to do all the administrative job, which will have to pilot this probe case with the Central Bureau of Investigation, they see absolutely no problem, because in the past also in a similar case when Delhi police busted a match fixing ring at an international level, the Ministry of Home Affairs decided and took a call that since it has international linkages, and with BCCI's approval, BCCI being on board, they wrote to the Central Bureau of Investigation 10 years, 11 years back, and that's when the Central Bureau of Investigation did its first probe in the match fixing case. That case was also, it had uncanny similarities with the present case. It originated from Delhi police and was later transferred to Central Bureau of Investigation, with BCCI giving its assent and mandate to the Central Bureau of Investigation. They also say that BCCI has also done probe with the Indian Hockey Federation and other sporting bodies. So it's not that the Central Bureau of Investigation is wanting in experience in probing the sporting scandal, and they say that it's the only body in this country which they can foresee right now, which has the mandate to probe national and international linkages of the bookies and the players.
Okay, so no objection whatsoever coming in from the Ministry of Home Affairs on this, Nikunj. And you're also telling us that there's a precedent in place as far as the CBI looking into such matters is concerned. But what are you picking up from your sources on the most crucial aspect? What is the possibility of the BCCI sending in that formal request to the CBI to investigate this entire crisis?
Well, as of now, that possibility looks very bleak, because they are saying that the heat of this crisis for the last one fortnight has been on. And even if to deflect the heat from the BCCI bosses, if the BCCI were to write formally to the Ministry of Home Affairs, they would have done it so far. But they say that, sometimes the sporting bodies or administrative bodies do take their own time. But possibility, according to them, remains very bleak. They are nonetheless ready, and they can, in fact, communicate to the BCCI their readiness if BCCI or any other representative of BCCI. Remember, I have to tell you this also. BCCI has had a very long history of dealing with the Ministry of Home Affairs for all the security-related purposes, starting from the World Cup to IPL matches. The Ministry of Home Affairs becomes, you will remember that 2 years back, IPL had to be transferred out of India when Home Minister Mr. P. Chidambaram said that he cannot provide security to IPL matches in India, and they had to be transferred to South Africa. So they have a history of past coordination and participation. So they are no strangers to each other. So once they write, the Ministry of Home Affairs is more than willing to oblige them.